We're almost there, folks. Hang in. We're just getting this shared out. I am also streaming live on Telegram. This is your host, Phil Primo. I'm broadcasting out to what was my personal YouTube channel. Edmonton Freedom Central does still exist. It was unpublished for a short time, but it will be back, and I will be publishing to it within a few days. Come up on the end of this timer. We've got some serious business to talk about tonight, folks. Serious business. I am not exaggerating. So let's get down to it, shall we? Here we are. Please share this out. Share this out. I'll get rid of that comment on screen. If you share it out and you have an account on YouTube, you are able to comment. I'm just going to pop this open full screen. If I freeze out, it means my computer crashed, but I will come back because we need to finish this conversation. This is a big one. So, what has happened, what has come to my attention over the course of the events of today, and let me pull up Telegram just to show you here. Hopefully I can slide it in there right over top without crashing. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm in Telegram, boys and girls, and this came to my attention about midday. This is a note that was posted on the GoFundMe. Now we should go check this out. I'm gonna have to find the GoFundMe link, but this was forwarded to me by someone who I trust, so I'm quite sure it's legitimate. We will double check that during this broadcast, but basically what the story is somebody that is on the management team of the GoFundMe, has distanced themselves from Pat King. Oh, I got somebody's audio. Just hold on. One of my viewers on Telegram. I'm just going to go ahead and mute him. Sorry about that. Cloud Walker, you're coughing on my show. Okay, so what they're saying here is they will be engaging directly with the media, and that Pat King is not and has never been affiliated with this convoy. And I'm sorry to tell you that is not true at all. At all. And here's the proof. How the convoy started. This wasn't the first mention of the convoy, but this was certainly one of the convoy planning sessions back on January 13th. And so you can go find those at the real Pat King. If you go to his videos, you will be able to see. I'm just going to check on my viewers in the StreamYard here. 14 viewers. That's not bad. Keep sharing this out, guys. So these were the videos that were posted on Pat King's Facebook. Basically what happened, and I've recorded it in Telegram. If you go to the 2022 Convoy March photos and video repository, we've currently paused commenting in here because of this issue. So I went back and checked, and then I look at the GoFundMe, and that was set up January 14th. So this convoy talk was well underway long before this Tamara Litch, whoever the fuck Tamara Litch is, we have no idea. So it started with Big Red. Big Red went on Pat King's show in a series of shows, and they joined up with James Botter of Canada-Unity.com. But what's taken over is this convoy group, and they seem to have control, as far as I can tell, of the convoy Zelo channel. And they had a Facebook group with 500,000 users, and they're saying Pat King had nothing to do with the organization of this fucking truck rally. Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? This is crazy. So what's happening, as far as I can tell, is this group got successful and it took over. And because now there's millions of dollars on the line, they set up a whole organization in the background. Now I've got somebody, this is a tip from somebody named Tara. I don't know if this is correct or not, but she's suggesting this Benjamin Dieter, BJ Dieter, she's suggesting this guy is a Conservative Party guy. So they're trying to hijack this movement, which, you know, it's had some division, and there's definitely a lot of, how should I say, distrust for any of the politicians that have spoken out. But right now, Randy Hillier is speaking for this movement in its entirety. Randy Hillier has come out and basically said all of these, the Prime Minister, the Chief Medical Officers of Health, and all of the officials that voted for these measures against the science, that all of them should face trial. Now, Pat King definitely organized this convoy. Whether he sees eye to eye with Randy Hillier or not, I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, Randy Hillier is leading this movement. And right behind him, he's got Maxime Bernier. The PPC have backed this movement. No reservations. They say exactly where they stand on all of this shit. The United Nations, the takeover, all of it. 16 viewers. Okay, not doing bad, not doing bad. Keep sharing this out, guys. This message needs to get out tonight. And we need to get this on everybody's radar, that I believe the group that is in control of the Facebook with 500,000 people is hijacked. It is not our people. It's not the freedom movement people. How do I know? Because I've got this little page I'm working on here with all of my close friends, right? These are people that I know in real life, right? I've been working with these people, protesting. We had the TP sit in at the Alberta legislature that Jason Kenney desperately wanted to get rid of. It took him weeks and weeks to put a stop to it, and we just about won. You know, we've got the government by the balls, and who the fuck are these funding people with their $5 million thinking they're going to take over the microphone? No, we the people, we the independent media are driving this forward, but they've got this Zelo channel monopolized. No one from our movement has been able to get in to actually leave a message. And then you've got these two fucking people, Tamara and Benjamin, who think they have some fucking say in what's going on here. And other than the fact that they have the purse strings to $5 million, I got to tell you guys, the convoy's going to Ottawa with or without their $5 million. So what they have to say to the media is fucking irrelevant. It looks like they're a bunch of fucking, what the angry Albertan calls grifters. And believe me, I'm not his fan either. He's been speaking out against Pat King and the convoy. So you've got a bunch of people trying to divide this movement. That's why right now this page is, this page is temporarily suspended, because we're figuring out what the fuck's going on. We're going to figure it out. And guess what? Tamara Litch and whoever else is trying to hijack this movement. Okay. Listen, that Zelo channel is great. They've had all the kids on there saying stuff, but there's also been a bunch of adults saying things like, oh, the store shelves are empty. Great. We're winning. No, that was never part of this convoy. The store shelves were starting to go empty before the convoy had even been organized. As it was getting organized, we started noticing the food on our shelves was starting to run dry. Why? Because Trudeau fired all the truckers that wouldn't get the jab. And there's so many of them. They're saying 90% of truckers have been jabbed. That's untrue. That's a complete fucking lie, because they're all on the road to Ottawa right now. Hello? Now, if the fucking grocery stores run empty, it's because Trudeau's not reversing his jab mandate, which is illegal, because he's running an illegitimate government. Period. I might lose my YouTube channel tonight for saying this, but it is the absolute truth. And that's what Randy Hillier is saying to back it up. So that's where we're at, folks. Share this out. Get this information out there. They're not going to take Pat King's microphone away. They're not going to take away Misty Wynn's microphone. They're not going to take away Phil Primo's microphone. They're not going to take away any of us that have been using social media to speak out and organize. We finally got this massive group of support across the country, and it is being hijacked before your eyes, people. Don't let them do it. We're going to set up our own Convoy channel. By the time that James Botter and Patrick King and Big Red get in touch with our core group here in fucking Edmonton, we are going to set this shit straight. And we are going to get a fucking channel that is not co-opted, not hijacked, not constantly concerned about fundraising and who has control of the mic, but rather who doesn't have the ability to hijack what everybody has to say about this. Now, Pat has been very vocal. He has done a good job of representing this movement. I support him. I also support Randy Hillier. Randy Hillier has the legitimacy. He is a standing politician. He was kicked out of fucking Ford's caucus for speaking out against all of this bullshit mandates. And he is presently, as of yesterday or the day before, saying that he is calling for the trial of all of these people. He's on record back on December 23rd on Laura Lynn Tyler Thompson's show saying this, and he was breathing fire at that speech at Queen's Park. So that's our leader, guys. Sorry to tell you. That's the guy that's going to keep this fucking train on the tracks, and that's the guy that's going to make sure that Trudeau and all of these people are held accountable, because we're going to back him. He has the credibility. Whoever these people are that are running that Zelo channel, we don't know. Nobody knows. They say they're the official everything. Well, guess what? Nobody knows them. So until somebody does, those guys are out. You're listening to the official channel right now on Telegram. Pop over to Telegram, guys, t.me, find the 2020, I'll put it up on screen for you so you can see in that endless mirror, 2022 Convoy/March photos and videos, okay? This is the group. We're keeping an active record of this convoy, including who set it up, including who's trying to hijack it. We are going to get all of these mother truckers, all of them. Every single person that is trying to hijack this by misleading the Canadian public, you are going down. Seems to me Tamara Litch has got a $5 million problem that needs a bunch of accountants and lawyers and no credibility to back her up. So their official channel is bullshit, and their Zelo channel is bullshit too, until you hear something different from Pat King or me. And that's where we stand. This broadcast is coming to an end. Please share.
Is the center of our gravity. Home is not a privilege that is granted by Her Majesty. A home is our right, a place to raise our family. Home is where we go for tranquility and sanctity. Home is where we feel at peace and we can have some privacy, where I can voice my thoughts and nobody tries to silence me. Home is where commotion turns to settling dust. Home is where we raise our kids to be better than us. And home is more than just a house. Home is where there's unity. Home is where we gather. Home is our communities. Home is the connection that we share when we trust. Home is not about me. Home is about us. Home is the guiding light within that we feel drawn to. Home is the source of our creation we belong to. Let them try with their lies meant to pull us apart. We always find our way home because we know it by heart.
All these long and lonely roads, they wind and bend, they find me friends, they lead me home. And I know no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above. I'm not alone.
Home is our city. cities, our states and our countries. Home is the earth below, the sky above me. Home is the truth we instinctively know, helping us to find home everywhere that we go. But there's many false prophets trying to lead us astray, who want to tell us what to do but not hear what we say. They ignore us while they play their game of righteous pretend, like we don't notice that their rules ain't applying to them. While our children have lost their future, made to cover up their faces, forced to get injections for attendance at their favorite places. Where does it end? When we take to the streets, the government won't call a hearing, they just call the police. And to the faceless stormtroopers, where is your humanity? Just following orders is no excuse for your insanity. It's time to cut the rod out at the source like a cavity. It's time to go home and realize that we're a family.
All these long and lonely roads, they wind and bend, they find me friends, they lead me home. And I know, no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above, I'm not alone.
Do you recognize this country? Is this the way you like to live? Constantly harassed to put a mask upon your wife and kids. Cops with riot packs who like to act as if no rights exist. Alive, but we're not really living. What kind of life is this? The world is full of risks, but we don't need protection, cause all of their solutions are much worse than the infection. If we want resolution, we need unity, not politics. Why should we trust somebody who's broken so many promises? But maybe this was meant to be and had to happen all along. The cycle's always spinning and it's darkest right before the dawn. It's funny, to the point of laughing out loud, cause what they said would never happen, well it's happening now. And so many are waking up. Welcome to the front lines. The ones who know behind the clouds will always be the sunshine. You and I see through the lies, no longer alone, and let the compass in our souls guide and carry us home.
All these long and lonely roads, they wind and bend, they find me friends, they lead me home. And I know, no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above, I'm not alone. All these long, lonely roads lead me home. I'm watching love from high above, I'm not alone. All these long and lonely roads, they wind and bend, they find me friends, they lead me home. And I know, no matter where I roam, I'm watching love from high above, I'm not alone. Take me home.
This country is a country of openness, of respect, of compassion, of the rule of law, of the rights of the individuals, of freedom. Freedom from fear, freedom from crime, freedom to love who you want and not be judged for it, freedom to do what you want with